Well, it seems that I've done myself a favour. I bought a genuine Honda clutch complete, and basically all I have to do is bolt it on, because it talks in the manual about torques and springs and compressing springs, but the spring's already in there and it's already compressed. It talks about seals and tapping seals in and torquing this down and packing this with grease, and I don't know if you can see, but that's already packed with grease. So literally I slide this on here. I'm going to put a bit of grease on the shaft, and that appears to be it. So happy days. Now that shaft is inside the clutch. The only other thing it tells me to grease is there's a little, I don't know what it is. It's actually a little thing that sits into the final drive casing. There, can you see that? Yeah. It goes on the end here, and I think what it actually is, that goes into the casing. This nut is behind it, and it's just the dust seal. It says grease that, so I'm going to put a bit of grease on that. But other than that, we're good to go. So this puppy goes on there, and that has its own bearings, and the clutch goes on these splines. If you can see the splines there, sits inside there. So these two, the only thing it connects these two is this centrifugal clutch here. So I'm just going to pull that out, and I'll tell you exactly why, because I'm going to put the drive belt on. The drive belt. There we go, drive belt. And I was just looking at to see if it's directioned, and it is, so there we go. That goes that way. What do you reckon, pups? That sits in there. Oh, I have enough space to get that on there. That's grand. Oh, excitement, excitement. There we go. Right. We'll move that out of the road. So, this goes on here. So that belt spins this spins the centrifugal clutch, the clutch bites on this, and that turns the wheel. Look! Oh, magic! Oh, I love a bit of magic. Excellent. Right. That goes on there. That goes on there. yeah, that's literally just an oil seal. That's all that's being used for. Well, there you go. Torque is 74. So let me do it up by as much as I can by hand first. I'll get a 17 here. Now, that goes this way. So, right. This should go here. That apparently is that. So all I need to do, I do want to give that casing a wee bit of a clean. that was too easy. Do you ever look at something and think, no, that couldn't have been that easy? That's where I am right now. I'm just going to do this with my locking tool just to convince myself that that torque's right. And it is. $74, that's it. Right, okay. Now, I need to work out how my variator goes together. So I don't need that anymore. I can go up there. Might need my torque wrench. I do need that. So, okay, there's a bit of yesterday's video you're not going to see because I was test fitting the variator and just carried on without pressing play on the camera. But fortunately for you guys, I made a mistake, so I have to take the whole fucking thing apart again. So now you are going to see the variator getting fitted, so let's get on with that. Hello variator fans. Right, the variator is here. This is already fitted, this is already torqued down, so that's fine. What I found when I was doing the variator yesterday, basically once you get this to decide to go on, which was a bit tricky, trying to get this to go on the splines. There. Because the belt is constantly fighting the variator, there's a big gap in there you can't see. If you're lucky and there's batteries in it, I'll get the endoscope and we'll have a look at that. You might be able to see it actually with the other GoPro, so let's have a look. I'll have to put this sideways, I think. There we go. I'll put this upside down. Now I can't see that display. Oh, I can't see that display. Now let's get some light. Now if you see in there and you can't see it, there's a dirty great big gap between the front of the variator and the sleeve. But that's there because the belt is pushing against the variator. So if I take this out and set this down, I'll leave that light over there. What I found was put the bolt in. I just need to put a bit of oil on the bolt because you're supposed to. Put the bolt in, tighten it up, turn the whole engine over a few times, and that pushes the belt out of the way, and you just need to work around it doing that, and that sorts it out, and you can eventually feel when the gap has gone in there. So just give me a moment. Yeah, we'll use that. Do you know, it's weird. Some things tell you, you know, thread lock, although Honda want you to buy new bolts, but A-lock bolts are just bolts with thread lock on them. And some things tell you, oh, make sure it's clean. This one specifically says, put oil on the threads. Don't know, but that's what it says, that's what it gets. So, and obviously that's pulling that in there. So if we turn the engine over, now that's got fairly tight there, okay? So literally all I'm doing is turning the engine over a couple of times, and I can fold this in again. So that seems to do the trick. And I'm quite happy with that. And you do feel when it does go solid, so. There is probably a way to do this, and if I read the manual I'll probably find out what that way to do this is. It would be an awful lot easier if I did this with a socket, you know. Bear with me a moment. Here's one I made earlier. Now that's actually locked up now, so I'm pretty sure that that is on the right threads now. So if we get the camera in and see, yeah, you can see that that's completely flush with the collar now. So what I can do is put the locking tool on this, give it another couple of turns with the ratchet, and then put the torque wrench on it. That locking wrench is one of the best things I ever built myself. Alright, that's fine. Okay, we can get the torque wrench on that. This is bloody tight. This is 83. So, there we go. That's that on. So that's on right now. What else we're going to do is I'm going to put the cover on that. I've already cleaned up. It's not a gasket. There's no gasket as such because the thing is open to the air. But it did have a lot of salt around it. So if I show you on the handheld camera, now you can see all the corrosion there. Now I've just rubbed around that with a Scotch-Brite, and it has very well cleaned it up. It's a lot smoother now, and this has all been hoovered out. I think you saw me doing that at the very beginning. It was just full of bits of rubber and Kevlar and dirt and everything. As I say, this is open to the elements. This fan sucks in air at the front here, and it exhausts out through here, and it just keeps this general area cool. There we go. That noise was the inspection bit in the lift, which has now been taken out. So there you go, it's back together. Everything doing what it should. Front variator going out, inner rear variator going in. According to the speedo, that was 70 miles an hour. So there you go. Right, I didn't think you'd want to see me cleaning this all up, but it's cleaned up reasonably well. It is very badly corroded, so it is going to have to be replaced at some point. It's not madly urgent, but it means I can keep an eye on eBay to see if I can find one. To give you an idea how well it cleaned up, I didn't know that was a bearing. It was just black with belt soot. It's very badly corroded up here, which is at the top. Why that is, I don't know. I've taken this gasket all out and cleaned it, and it's sitting better now. And I've cleaned up all the bolts or screws because they were there was about a tube of copper slip on each one. So we'll stick this on now. I need an 8mm by the looks of it. Yep, it's an 8. We'll stick this on now. I also have the intake horns, for the cooling system, which screws into this. So they're all there. That's ready to go. You can see that's ready to go. So we'll stick this on here. Nothing else to tell you. Bye bye variator for a while. That should go there. Of course, I'm going to have to take this off again because I can't remember which hole has the locating stud on it. There's this one in the bottom corner. Okay, so the two with the locating studs are the two longish ones, so we'll stick them in first. This big long one goes in the middle. And we just work our way around. Happy days. Does this one go in here? Oh yes, it does. There we go. Right, I'll need a longer extension for that one. There we go. Right. Now, let me work out. This bit has to go on the inside. So this poppet has to go there. Ah, that has clips on it. So we can treat this as one unit. Bear with, my friend. So, there's a clip there. One, two, 1, 2, 3. So that goes like that. 5. Yes, there's. Now, another selection of, look at the state of the copper on those. I'm not sure if you can see that. So I'll just clean them off because there's going to be enough copper grease left in the thread. See that one better? It's just too much. Don't mind copper grease, but it does a good job, but don't throw so much on. Now, that's all very ready to go. Let's just see if I can get this in past the footrest. Feel that going in a nice greasy hole. And that, people, is all the mechanical parts done. So if I get my other camera here. So that's all the mechanical bits done. Only have to put the bodywork back on. There are, let me think, there are 3 cracks or areas of damage that I need to deal with. There's a crack in the offside side panel. There is some damage on this under tray panel, and there is a screw sheared off in the rear part of the fairing. There was something else I needed to do as well. La da 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 da. Body panels. Do you know, I thought of it about 10 seconds ago there, and it's gone now. It'll come to me tomorrow. No, completely gone. So mechanically, new tires, new variator and belt, clutch, air filter, oil filter, plug. The brakes didn't need done, so I just kept the bits for when I doubt I'll ever get the need to do them. The body panels, yes, I know what it was I needed to do. We'll show you now. Hold on. Now, okay. If we look down here, there's a wee under tray piece that goes along here, right? Now, one bit screws in here, so actually it screws in there, and the other bit screws in there. Now, both of them, on the offside and here on the near side, this is sheared, so I need to drill these out and re-tap it. So that's what I'll do next. But I think what we'll do is we'll call that a wrap for episode 11, and we'll call episode 12 the bodywork episode. So thank you for watching, and I hope it's not too boring for you all. And bye bye for now.